Hello students. Today's topic for English class is speech writing. You must have heard lots of speeches. You must have spoken also speeches in your class, on the assembly, school stage. You must have been influenced by many orators and speakers. And you must have always wondered what is a good speech, which speech inspires and motivates us, and what should be the components that we should keep in mind while writing a speech. So let's today do and learn about speech writing. And I promise that it is going to be a lot of fun and excitement and a very educative class, because at the end of it you would know exactly how to write a good speech, how to deliver a speech, and how to influence the audience. All right. Speech writing comes under long composition, which was earlier 10 marks students. Now from this year, the revised syllabus that has come from CBSE due to COVID-19, and you know all that stuff. Because of that, the 30% syllabus also has been reduced, and CBSE has also reduced the weightage of speech writing question. Now this question carries 5 marks, which are divided into 3 different categories: format 1, content 2, and expression also carries 2 marks. Okay, expression is further divided into 1 and 1, one for grammatical accuracy and fluency, and one for coherence and relevance of ideas. So total 5 marks. There are 3 main parts of a speech: introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction, first of all, you have to state the topic, what you are going to discuss or deliver the speech about. Secondly, you have to engage the audience. So you have to engage with something exciting, something catchy, a quotation, a newspaper headline, something that is going to shock and surprise the audience. You know why they should listen to your speech. So there you have to build up your introduction that way. Now we come to the second part of the speech, which is the body or the content, and there you must discuss your main points, and these points should all adhere to the topic, and you have to tell the audience, and you have to engross them that why they have to listen to your speech, and what is there new, something new and innovative that you are going to offer to them. So that contains in the body of the speech. Alright, so those main points which you have taken up, you have to elaborate them. You can build up with many methods that are there, which we are going to discuss later in detail. And then we come to the third part of the speech, conclusion. There you have to sum up your ideas and leave the audience with the main message. So at the end, it has to be positive, end on a positive note. You have to leave a message there for the audience. You can urge them, you can appeal to them, you can warn them, that what may follow in the future. But you have to remember that you always end with an optimistic note. The speech that you are writing is there for delivery. So let's devote some time on public speaking too. It is an art and a skill which can be acquired with effort and keenness to learn. If you put in efforts, you too can become a great speaker. So the steps are: number 1, scan around the audience, making eye contact with them. If you directly look into their eyes and you talk to them, addressing them, that creates a great impact. Secondly, use a lot of hand gesture and use your expressions to highlight your feelings, emotions, and thoughts. Just by your face and facial expressions and hand gestures, you would sound and look confident, and that would put a lot of conviction in your words and in your speech, what you are saying, and which would definitely go across the audience. Next, use a loud, clear voice. Don't talk too fast, because if you're talking fast, it would look as if you are blabbering. Audience, of course, will not get any word from what you are saying. So take proper pauses. Keep in mind the punctuations, and intonation of your voice also should be proper. Last but not the least, when you are on stage, stand still. That gives a clear notion to the audience. It creates a great impact on them, and your confidence goes to them infectious, and they start believing in you. Remember not to rock back and forth on stage. Stand still. With these steps in mind, no one can stop you from becoming a good speaker. The value points that you must keep in mind while writing a speech. So let's see, what are they? The first value point is greet your audience and remember what you are going to speak on, as the introduction part of the speech is the most important part. I have told you in the previous slide. And here in this part, you must immediately know the kind of audience you are talking to. And there, what will help you? As I told you, scanning their eyes. Once you make an eye contact with them, you would know that you have caught their attention on your topic. So that goes as the first value point. But it does not mean that you go on introducing and you go on devoting all your time in the first paragraph or the first part of the speech. You have to remember at the same time that your introduction is not too lengthy, because if it is, then you are going to lose the attention of the audience. And you have to remember that you have introduced the topic already in the first paragraph, and then you also already have an idea what kind of audience it is. So the introduction should not be lengthy. That is the value point that you must remember. The next value point which you should keep in mind is that the main topic should be taken up as quickly as possible. I have already told you, introduction should not be lengthy. It should not, you should not be wasting your words there. You must now come to the topic straight away. After that, you should also remember to use concrete terms and tangible examples. What do I mean by concrete terms? I mean terms which are practical, which are possible, which are feasible. Facts, arguments that people understand immediately. If you go on beating about the bush, then it is going to be a wastage of time and completely going to be futile. So tangible examples means that you are using facts and datas and statistics, which gives the audience a very clear view of your topic. Next is, you must avoid abstract phrases which are vague. I told you already. You have to be clear, you have to be practical, you have to be feasible. Don't be vague and ambiguous. Never, because that does not actually relate with the audience. Alright? Next point that should be kept in mind, that you have to use simple and familiar language which will connect with the audience immediately. Then when you come to conclusion part, there also you should remember that you give your own conclusion. It should be original. It should be your opinion. It should be your idea. And the conclusion also should be given in a telling manner. If you are dictating from the stage, again nobody is going to follow you. And people just look at you as you are ostentatious or you are audacious. So your speech is going to be a total waste. And they would not follow anything, and they would feel that you are being pompous at the end. So always be simple, be straight, and be original, and give or tell everything, suggestions that you are giving, that should be given in a telling manner. That would definitely influence the audience. Marking scheme, as far as it goes, I have told you already, it carries 5 marks, and the last line or the concluding line of your speech should be thank you and have a nice day, and with that you end up your speech. Just as there was an opening paragraph, the address, remember, respected principal, respected teachers, and my dear friends, today I, so and so of so and so class, am going to deliver a speech on, and then the topic. Similarly, there has to be a proper closing also. So when you close, after suggestions or conclusions, from the next line you will write thank you and have a nice day. I hope all of this makes sense, and you would definitely be writing wonderful speeches later on, and above all, you will become a very good speaker. Thank you.